Good morning, everyone. Once again, I'm here to share with you what's in my head. When we all again have Ulysses, for Tito's event that we cannot be in control. So it's there. At the moment, I've seen on the news that there's a lot of people, places that was damaged because of the Typhoon Ulysses. And what's eating me right now, or what's in my swelling brains, that uh it even if it causes us fear, we're losing our hope, losing our houses, whatever that is, negativity that was caused by this fortuitous event, or any possible adversities that we are having right now. um Sometimes it, because of the bad weather, it makes us lazy, and we are unable to do what we are supposed to do, and many things. It's totally is damaging. But no matter what, even if it curtails our power or endeavor to fulfill our dreams, we shall never allow any adversity or any difficulties or any fortuitous event like typhoon, floods, heavy rains, strong winds, for us to go on with our lives. We might slow down, but we shall never stop. And I'm able to recollect how I was able to be what I am right now. Well, as a mom, a lot of things that I learned. I never planned to be a mom after college and unable to become a lawyer, because I become a mother and I chose. And resetting my priorities is like changing my plans. What I wanted to do with my life. I decided to be a mother to my only beloved son, even if it is unexpected. But I never had any regrets. And it actually made me a better person. It gave me my purpose of existence. As I was saying, I changed my plan. Instead of pursuing to become a lawyer, the kaloko-loko ang buhay, I become a mom and I did a lot of things. So that's one thing. We should know what we wanted to do, so that we should know what we are going to work for. And of course, for us to fulfill such goals and endeavors, we must learn to keep up with a strong discipline. I actually learned that when I was playing martial arts, and I can relate it to daily life. And a lot more that I learned in my 50 years of existence. Discipline is a big word. It's easy to say, better said than done, but it's doable. You may see me like this, with tattoo, with tunnel, and you used to be dread-headed, but I have that, believe it or not. And being able to cope up and keep up with that discipline, it may include some sacrifices, self-denial. Like for example, you want something, I usually ask, Is that a want or is that a need? And again, ask, is that urgent or not so urgent? Is that important or not so important? I have to make that hierarchy. And sometimes I may be wanting it, but with my current situation is not relevant or helpful. So I sometimes have to deny myself. I sometimes have to go for, I have a training with that. Sacrificing for a better goal. You can think of, like, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a CPA lawyer. But I became a mom. I also wanted to be the best mom for my son. So that's what had happened. I have to sacrifice my own dreams. But I don't have any regrets. And moving on. That actually teaches us to be generous. To have a big heart. To indiscriminate. Of course, ourselves is very important, but my son is more important for me. May not be to other people, but for me. So it's my own disposition, and that's what you have to learn. For you to be able to strongly guard yourself off from what they say. Listen to what you say. And for you to be able to move on, no matter what happened, problems or difficulties, typhoons, whatever that is, you have to believe. You have to keep up with your strong faith. You have to hope for the best. And you have to keep up with the courage. That is not easy, again. But that, if you will able to cope up with, will make you stronger. And but of course, you must be able to be sensitive. You might have that core value to protect or sacrifice for your loved one, like for myself, for my only beloved son. But I also am sensitive to think of myself. And I can tell, no matter what, for example, I gave my whole life for my son's sake. But there are times that he might be doing something that I might not be happy about. But I learned how to be more sensitive. For example, he's got a problem. He needs help. I myself has my own problem. So I have to reset my priorities. Like what he said, no way, you must help, you're my mom. I will. I will forget all about my problem. Because you know what? If I will not, and he is in dire need, and I am not able to help, and he will push through to succeed, it is possible that he might be able to do something bad, or might be in trouble, or might whatever. That might double my problem. Because if he's hurting, I'll be hurting million times as much. That's why sometimes as a mom, you learn to be more sensitive. It's not that it's a habit that You said always yes to your children. But it's because you are having a bigger picture. If you are not able to resolve such scenario, will give you more trouble. That's what I'm thinking. That's why my friends usually don't understand me. Why? I always put my son first in my daily grinds, in my daily chores, in my daily life. Like for example, we are supposed to go eating out, eat out. Sometimes I will not, because I will say that my son needs something, and then they will tell me, you are working, so you deserve a treat yourself. But for me, making my son very happy, able to help at all times, but not anymore now because I'm sick and I'm not able to work. I am very proud to say that I am able to always extend help every time he comes to me. And that sensitivity will let you discern things deeply. And that will actually make you become more wise. You see, other people might see that, oh, you always follow your son's request. What's that? I forgot the term. Consentidor. So basically, I will explain, but they will not understand. Being a mother, see things differently. And consciously, at my age now, I realize that I'm a natural person, but not thinking just like how you think about my son, how I think about him. Maybe that makes sense, right? Yeah, because we value things differently. And for me, my son is my life. So you might not wonder why in everything that I do, I always think of him. How is it for him? And that is actually subconsciously. Like when I cook, he doesn't want my herb rice or colored rice. I will make a portion of white rice for him. Even though the entire household consume my herbal rice. Special, right? Because, yeah, he actually has to learn to adjust. But I keep on being a mom. And, that is actually being part of me being protective for the love that I have, that I only feel towards him. He is my life. And probably, if you're not yet a parent, you may not be able to understand how I'm talking about my son. But even you are a parent, some may not be able to understand because they may say that I'm overprotective. No. I used to grow up with a very strict parents, but I became a cool mom. I will give my inputs, but I gave him the liberty to decide for himself and live a life that he wants to live, or he loves to live, and live a love that he lives. And that is actually for the unity of purpose That is also what I wanted to do with my own life. Be able to enjoy my life. I may be a late bloomer because maybe of different generation, how parents brought up children before. But I never say that they are doing it incorrectly. I just have my own way. And I really appreciate that even if you see me like this, with tattoos, with tunnel, you may see me differently. Mind you, I don't drink. I never tried any drugs. Yeah, because I grew up with my very extreme sports and it's never been a habit drinking liquor. It's a taboo. But once in a while, I'm not sick, I can. Sometimes I feel like, and I enjoy it, but I never get drunk. My entire life. Tipsy, yes. And I just stay like a mentor. I will never interfere with his own life. But I will give my inputs, my insights. We don't talk personally. I can send him personal messages through social medias and possibly sharing my random thoughts, and I just leave it away. I just let him decide what is it for him. When I started, I'm talking about fortuitous event because I'm so worried about a lot of people. I'm here in my house, contented, dry, and safe, but I can see that there's a lot. And I saw my son on a flooded street with his motorbike working. That's why I was able to share with you that hopefully he will be able to watch as well so that he might again learn from mommy how I become what I am today. That is endless. Problems, difficulties, adversities, fortuitous events, penalties, whatever. Anything that you don't like to happen. Anything that you are not happy about. Well, it's actually just depend on how you see things. For me, I took it positively. I believe that every adversity carries with it another seed of an opportunity. For example, typhoon that actually curtails a lot of people's doing, stop a lot of things, disable many things. But that could also be, on the other hand, a moment that you can share time with your family to stay at home safely and be able to help each other and create unity in case something came up that you have to work on, not by yourself but with your entire family. And many ways, you just have to take a look at everything positively. You tell me if you think negatively. For example, I only have dried fish, pepino, and sunny side up. And I saw somebody with roast beef or pork sinigang or beef menu. Well, as a human being, most of us might feel like, oh, I only have dried fish and pepino and egg. But come to think of it, for example, in my situation, it's actually a lot better for me because my disease is a dietary. What we eat is what we feel. That might be deliciosa. But sometimes you were able to have all those. So you have a choice on how you feel. You have tuyo, they have beef, and you don't have to feel bad because they might be mouth watering. It could be mouth watering for them to have dried fish because they don't have time to get into that and have that. They don't have that in their cupboard. They don't have that in their pantry. So it depends. So it's really is mind power. What you think is what you can be. What you think is what you feel. What you think and what you believe is what you can be. I hope I was able to share and point out that no matter what, the bottom line of this discussion, no matter what happened, it's up to you what you think, what you feel, and what you do. Once again, I would like to request for you to subscribe, like, watch, and share. My name is Aileen De Leon. Happy to care to share. Stay safe, everyone. Grow old gracefully. Think and feel. And lastly, be happy.